Hello and welcome to Always in Escrow with Colby Burchin and Sarina Appel. Your kids just celebrated, your twins just celebrated their 8th birthday. That's amazing.
It's hard to believe. It's crazy that they're 8. I can't believe that they're 8. I mean, they were little babies and now they're tall and they talk back. But as most parents know, that's what happens. They're great in school and then they come home and they're little you-know-whats. And I'm like, say to their teacher, I'm so sorry that they're like that. And the teacher's like, no, what are you talking about? They're angels. I'm like, not my kid.
Right. Well, let them be good for the teacher so that they can learn and grow and then come back to you.
Yes.
But I do want to just say a huge kudos to you because you threw a blowout bash for the kids, but that also allows you to work with your favorite pizza guy, your favorite ice cream guy, and your favorite customizable cake company. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
As many of you know, I'm a big believer in small businesses, helping support small businesses in your area. And I've always been that way. So when I find a little something, I go crazy. I tell everyone. So I did have a pizza guy that I found locally, actually on the side of a street, and he couldn't have been nicer. His pizzas, Sarina, literally were out of control good. And I'm a big foodie, so you know that. If I'm saying I'm giving him thumbs up, he deserves it. And I was so happy that he actually gave out his cards, and so many people asked me after the party, can I have that guy's number? He was so good, and he deserves the business. I'm so happy for him. We also had a local ice cream truck who, if any of you know, this guy is in Coral Springs, Cherry Smash. I asked him to be on the show, so he will be on the show coming up. It's my wife's favorite. The toppings are out of control. It's like an old-fashioned ice cream store. Yes. So we had him. And then the cakes, I go crazy with cakes. Our friend, Gerline, hooked me up with this cake, Cake by Walter, Bake-A-Wish. We are also going to have them on the show. Talent beyond, you can't be more talented than this guy, Walter. He makes cakes, and they not only do they look amazing and inspirational from the outside, when you bite into his cake, can I say orgasmic? It's so good. He's just so good. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I followed them on Instagram. He made a battleship, and I'm not just like a little he made a battleship. And he's just talented, so I want them to be on the show also because I want to give recognition to all these people. So yes, the party was amazing. It was a hit. I went crazy for the kids, but you know what? At the end of the day, it was great. And we did
so memorable. Yeah. I love seeing the pictures. Yes, the cake is like a work of art. I don't even know how you were able to cut into that because it was the shape of a minion. It looked so real. It looked so perfect. Really amazing.
It was, and it was delicious. So thank you to everyone.
So on my side of the tracks, we have a budding entrepreneur over here. So I had one child decide that they wanted to do a lemonade stand. So we've done lemonade stands before, and we grew up doing lemonade stands too. But we created the biggest pitcher of lemonade. It was half fresh, it was half by mix, it was so delicious. It was just a welcome refreshment on the street corner. So the kids did so well with that particular lemonade stand that we ended up going shopping at FAO later that day.
That's a good one.
And they had their eye on a Build-A-Bear, kind of getting a frog-shaped Build-A-Bear and doing this whole thing. And now they're using that Build-A-Bear that they created. They've named them, and they are doing photo shoots with this new-found stuffed animal all over the city. So we're having fun here, too. Evan is at theater camp this week. Wow. He's learning about stage combat and even some stage makeup. He had a bruise on his arm, and he had learned how to create bruises out of makeup. So he's having a really good time in the heart of New York City at a acting camp.
Wow, that's impressive.
So why don't we dive into today, because
Sarina, today is going to be a special day. We have an interesting topic we're talking about.
well, I'm going to take you for a ride, Colby, because we have an amazing serial entrepreneur, Todd Rome, the founder of Moke America. He started Blue Star Jets many years ago to make flying more affordable, and in 2016, he founded Moke America. He's assembled many of his childhood friends to create one of the most successful electric car companies in America. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Todd. Thanks for joining us. You know, I was out to dinner a couple weeks ago with a very dear friend of mine who's friends with you, Debbie Pollock. And she's like, I love your podcast. It's amazing. She goes, you know, I have this guy. I think it would be a perfect fit because you're doing real estate and lifestyle. And what better fit would be than a Moke? And I'm like, you know the owner of Moke? And she's like, I do. And so that's how we became like together. So I'm so excited. Sarina and I love it. I mean, it's actually the must-have accessory these days in Boca, Palm Beach, the Hamptons. You can't not help but see them on the road. So I'm so excited to have you on the show.
It's great.
What was behind the inspiration of Moke?
Well, the main part was really bringing the electric vehicle to America. When we started in 2016, outside of Tesla, there wasn't really much talk of electric cars. We always were fascinated with the Mini Moke, which dates back to the glory days when it was a British military vehicle. Attacking the Moke, creating a modern day version that would be electric, that would plug into a 110 outlet, that would be affordable, and that would work great in warm destinations was really the mission. 7 years later, we have over 4,000 cars on the road today.
Wow.
Incredible. Yes, well, they are definitely a must-have. They are so fun to see. It's great for transporting the kids, the friends, from the beach to the club to the house. So we love what you're doing with Moke. They're so fun.
You know, these cars are hand-built. They're custom-made. They take quite some time. And, you know, although a negative may be that they take a long time to build, ship, and deliver, each one is custom-made to your specs. So you design the vehicle with the right colors, the interior, the exterior, the roof, and we actually deliver the car right to your home.
That's a delivery I will always accept. Sounds fantastic. So Moke is an interesting name. Was that the original name that this kind of vehicle was given?
Moke is a car that dates back almost 50 years. As I started saying earlier, It was a British military vehicle. It ended up in Australia for quite some time. It was like a surf car. All over the Caribbean, all over south of France. But there was really nobody looking at America as an opportunity. And we saw two opportunities. One was bringing the Moke to America, but also electrifying it and turning it into a low-speed electric vehicle. And it was the combination of that and the custom build and you design your own vehicle that America just went nuts for the product.
Definitely due in part to you and all your friends. So can we just ask you about that for a second? Because Colby and I are childhood friends, and when you kind of came on earlier, you told us that you assembled your own childhood friends for the South Shore of Long Island, and you are having fun and you're having success with this great group. So how did that all come about? What was that vision?
It was just a vision. I always wanted to work with my childhood friends. I think most people would agree with me. Some of the best people you've met in your life, uh, I've always been the ones that you grew up with, that you started in grade school with. So we spend a lot of time working. Might as well do it with your friends.
Sarina and I have that same vision.
We're having so much fun, we laugh so much. I mean, there's just like that familiarity. We're family. So, Colby, you wanted to know a little bit about the target audience. I would love to know about the target audience too.
Sure. It's typically a well-heeled individual, family. It's business leaders, rock stars, athletes, usually second homeowners, third homeowners, international travelers. What makes the Moke, I think, more unique than most cars is the women absolutely love it. They like the fact that it doesn't smell like an old gasoline car. It doesn't rattle. They're not worried it's not going to start. It's amazing to see that the women love to custom build Mokes just as much as the men, if not more.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. So, how fast does a moat go? And do you have to stay in a special area to ride around in one?
No, but it's like a neighborhood electric vehicle where any place that's 35 miles an hour or less is where it would work. So it works great, obviously, in places that you mentioned earlier: Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, Palm Beach, the Hamptons, Aspen, obviously all over the state of California. So markets where it's got warm weather, and not only warm weather, but it's got local driving. It's great to take to the club, to the beach, to your friend's house, to the lake, just to town for lunch.
Moke America is everywhere and expanding rapidly. So, can you tell us about a little bit about your footprint and how everybody in South Florida can expect to see you very soon?
We build and assemble in Sarasota, Florida, and now also California as well. We keep increasing production. We keep increasing the size of our facility to try to meet the demand. Currently, there's a 6 month back order to receive these Mokes. And again, you have to get in the queue, line up, design your vehicle, and we'll ship it to your house when it's fully assembled.
So, what is the most expensive moke someone could put together? And what is the least expensive?
Well, when you say the least expensive or the most expensive, it's each option is picked by the customer, so they decide the price. I would say the most expensive one we offer is probably the newest edition of James Bond. I'm proud to say that we have the license for James Bond. We've already built our second vehicle, which we launched recently. That's been another smashing success. I don't know if you know, but the Moke has been featured in 4 or 5 James Bond films over the years. And there's a great relationship between Moke America and the folks at Bond.
Chic!
Wow.
Sounds fantastic.
How do you service? I want to know, how do you service one? Does do they come to service it at your home, or?
So, yes, we have done that as well. But for the most part, we have dealerships. We have a dealer model where there are dealers in local areas that you can go and bring it to get repaired. Sometimes there's not a dealer in a location, and we could always walk through the local mechanic if there was any issues. But they're very, very minimal issues. It's a very simple car. It's very basic. It's all about being electric and a smooth ride, quiet, and really enjoy yourself when you're in it.
Sounds so fun. Okay, so I know that we can ask you anything. I kind of want to ask you a little bit about your early beginnings. Can we just go there with Blue Star Jets and what private flying and aviation, what that life is all about?
Sure. About 20 years ago, I set out to make flying private more affordable. It was extremely expensive back then. There was only two choices: either you own your own aircraft, or you NetJets was a big player, the Warren Buffett company. My version of aviation and the way I attacked the industry is I saw that there was tons of excess capacity around the country. They called it an empty leg or a deadhead. And what we did is we would buy or sell the empty leg to make it more affordable by cutting the aviation cost by 50%. The company Blue Star Jets was featured in the movie Wall Street 2. Um, we met some outrageous people. We did a lot of rock stars and concert tours and a lot of work for some very influential people around the world. And it was just a great business at a great time.
Well, I'm gonna find you out east in the Hamptons. I'm gonna be looking for your moke, you and your moke this
You'll
season.
see them in every town in the Hamptons.
It's true. I actually saw like even on 27, they're like out. They're really out on like outside. They're at dealerships. So I love seeing them out there.
The Hamptons is a perfect market. The only problem is it's a short season. The folks in
True.
Florida and California get 12 months a year out of their Moke. Where in the Hamptons, we only get 2, 3.
So true. So true.
So how can our listeners find you?
On mokeamerica.com. On Instagram, it's at Moke America. And you could build design right online. and the car would be delivered in an enclosed trailer right to your house.
Amazing.
Oh, that is amazing.
Todd, I'm so grateful that you came on the show.
Thanks for
I
having
really,
me.
really appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Wish you good luck.